When this gun fired the first shots of the war at sea in August 1914, the Royal Navy had 648 ships. Today, there are only 3 of that vintage left. And this is one of them, shrouded in plastic close to HMS Victory, the last survivor of a disastrous military adventure far to the east at Gallipoli. She's called the M33, heavily armed and designed to get as close as possible to the landing beaches. Her crew had a grandstand view of the slaughter ashore. 100,000 lives were lost in the failed attempt to open up a second front against the Turkish Empire. But M33 survived, and she served the Navy for 3 decades until she was finally saved from the scrapyard. Now, deck by deck, the damage left by long years at sea is being repaired.
For a 100-year-old ship that's not had that much maintenance, it's actually done very well. And there's been a few surprises, as there always is with a job like this one. But what I say is we're well through the job now. We're up onto the main decks, we're dealing with the superstructure, which you can see behind me. And we know what we're dealing with now, and most of the steelwork repairs are well advanced.
One of the most complex jobs has been the restoration of the M33's 2 6-inch guns. This is one of them, back in full working order, thanks to the efforts of museum volunteers. And it doesn't just look good, it operates exactly as it did off the beaches of Gallipoli a century ago. But M33's Gallipoli story also includes the 72 crewmen who packed these cramped decks.
We're very lucky. We have 3 personal diaries from M33, and Richard Chappell is one of them. And Chappell is a Royal Marine. He's a Royal Marine gunner, we think on the after turret. He was very young, you know, in his teens really. Very serious in his Marine uniform. He doesn't get emotional. It's a very matter-of-fact record of his arrival in the Dardanelles and moving from place to place, shelling targets. A lot of the time they didn't even know what they were shooting at.
Richard Chappell would still recognise the ship he served on, gradually being transformed under her protective cocoon. M33 was known as a lucky ship. Thanks to public support, that luck still holds. Robert Hall, BBC News, Portsmouth.